Hello everyone, welcome to this reading. This is a reading regarding how do people perceive you. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I would definitely recommend picking a different pile. And if you have trouble picking piles, I would recommend the random number generator because that's something I always use and it always helps me. With that being said, this is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. I'm going to give you time to pick your groups in peace. With that being said, I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding how do people perceive you. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I would definitely pick a different pile. If you have trouble picking piles, I would definitely recommend the random number generator. That's something I always use. And with that being said, let's just get into it. So the first card we have is the 9 of Wands, and then we have the Page of Cups. Okay, so one thing that I'm seeing is that you guys are very hard workers. I feel like maybe you've been through a lot of stuff, and I kind of feel like people take that into account when they're talking with you, dealing with you, all that type of stuff. I kind of feel like with the 9 of Wands and then the Page of Cups being here, it's kind of like group 3. Oh, I said group 3, I meant group 1, so maybe you need to watch group 3 too. But group 1 has a very, very pure soul. Regardless of what they've been through, I feel like people are just like, group 1 is just so pure. I kind of feel like with this like devil, or like I heard hornet. Why did I hear hornet? Like that one bee, like those bees are so disgusting to me. But with this like demon thing or whatever that is, like a monster, I kind of feel like people also look at you and they're just like, I know group 1 has some demons on them. In a sense where maybe you've told people that you have intrusive thoughts or you're just in your head a bit. I kind of feel like you are an overthinker. And another thing is, that I'm getting is that I feel like people are just like, you're naive. Not in a bad way. Well, there's no good way to put that. But I kind of feel like it's just that you're a good person, so you're expecting other people to have good intentions as well. It's like, I'm not going to look at someone and be like, oh my God, I'm going to rob them. But yet, other people could be thinking that same thing, but you're not thinking they're thinking that, because it's like, I'm a good person. I would never think that towards people. So I kind of feel like you constantly be going through things with other people simply because of the fact that I would never do that to them. So I kind of feel like when it comes down to your work as well, you could be a bit, you just expect things to go better than it usually is going to go. But nonetheless, I kind of feel like people look at you as someone that works really, really hard. And I kind of think that, especially with this 3 of Pentacles being here, and then we have the King of Cups, you're someone that's really connected to their feminine energy, regardless of if you're an actual female. You could be a male and be connected to your feminine energy. I just think that people like group 1 is definitely connected to their emotions. I kind of feel like you use your heart more rather than think, which is why the Page of Cups is here. And I kind of feel like people look at you and they're just like, group 1 is going to eventually get tired of the treatment, of the horrible treatment. And it doesn't even have to be horrible treatment. It could just be the fact that it's like group 1 is not going to keep dealing with situations and people that do not reciprocate the energy that they give. And then I literally dropped both of my cards right there. So there's that. But let's get some more cards for you guys to see what else. Spirit, how do people perceive group 1? Spirit, how do people perceive group 1? We have the Empress. You know, I'm kind of getting that energy. Innocence is what I'm getting. With the Empress being in the middle, I feel like you're someone that's very, very giving. You're very, very beautiful. And I kind of feel like just people look at you as someone that's entirely too innocent. And we have the 4 of Pentacles being here. And then what's under this? The Chariot. I kind of feel like people think that they have to watch over you, because it's like, it's not that you can't handle yourself. It's just, I just feel like you're not really thinking that other people could have malicious intent. And I know, like, maybe with this 9 of Wands, you guys overthink. I feel like you guys could be a bit, you guys can be an overthinker. But I'm kind of just still getting this, like, regardless of that, it's like you just don't. I feel like maybe you guys don't see the bad in other people. Like, you can see, but push it to the side. You're just like, no way, it's fine. It's fine. And now with this Empress, I kind of feel like people look at you as someone that's really, really giving. You have a really welcoming energy with this Page of Cups here and then the Empress. A very, very welcoming energy. And I feel like people could appreciate this because we are in a society where it's like not everyone is as nice as you guys. And now with this Two of Cups, you know, of course. And then we have the Three of Cups being here. Yeah, I kind of feel like you don't see your worth. I'm not saying this is 100% accurate. I just feel like this is how people perceive you. But people are just looking at you like, how doesn't group one see that they're freaking beautiful? Like, how doesn't group one see that everyone wants them? How doesn't group one see this? How don't they see that? And with this High Priestess showing up again, I kind of feel like you're very, very intuitive. That's another thing. I kind of feel like people can look at you as if you guys are delusional. I didn't necessarily want to say that, but I kind of feel like people look at you as, oh my God, it's either you're delusional or how does group one know that, you know? It's kind of like that one thing. It's like that old lady that no one listens to, but deep down, everyone knows that she's always accurate in what she says. It's kind of like that. So I'm kind of also getting the energy that people, back to what I was saying, people is just like, how doesn't group one see that they're freaking beautiful? How doesn't group one see that everyone wants to connect with them with this Two of Cups? Everyone wants to. I kind of feel like you might have the tendency of kind of dulling your personality down because you don't want to come off as weird or overpowering people. I kind of feel like you have a powerful energy. And I kind of feel like this comes from this naiveness that you have. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. We're like, oh my God, you're stupid. No, I kind of feel like it's like a childlike mindset. Children are, I wouldn't say fearless, but they're not afraid to go talk to anyone and everyone. I feel like children are a bit more charismatic, just naturally, because they're not thinking that, oh my God, people are gonna like bash me. They don't think that way, because they don't really know about people talking about people gossiping, you know, stuff like that. They don't really know about that type of stuff. So I kind of feel like you have the energy of a child, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but in an actually really good way, and in an inviting way. So I kind of feel like people are just like, how doesn't group one see this about themselves? And I feel like this is also where that naiveness comes from. What card just came out? Six of Wands. Yes, you have people crowding you. You have people crowding you. You're just like, what is this? I am not popular. I'm not this. I'm not that. And I feel like you're focusing on the knots. Oh my God, this is actually crooked. And I hate that. Like, I'm so annoyed. Everyone knows I hate when it does that. But, yeah, I kind of feel like people view you as someone that's very, very successful and just has all of these people behind them. And this is not because you're popular or whatever. I mean, you could be popular, but I kind of feel like it's because you're nice to everyone. You're welcoming to everyone. So it's kind of hard for people not to be welcoming towards you. So I kind of feel like people just look at you as this person that has all of these people behind their back, or just protecting them in a way. I kind of feel like people are very protective over you, whether they choose to show this or not. I kind of feel like people watch you a lot simply because they love your energy. They like being around you and all that type of stuff. But I'm also kind of feeling like people feel like the need to protect you. The Four of Pentacles did shock. So I kind of feel like people are very stingy with you simply because of the fact that your energy is irreplaceable. I feel like you give a really ethereal, alluring, welcoming type vibe. I'm getting like a enchantress. And I feel like with the Empress always gives me the enchantress energy. Just very, very beautiful, very, very welcoming. Just like you sway people, you know? And I kind of feel like people also feel like under all of this, you could be very, 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 very manipulative, sneaky, all that type of stuff. So I kind of feel like people don't underestimate you with this Two of Cups. They know that there's another side to you. They know this. They do not put this past you. And I just feel like people perceive you as someone that's just so joyous, someone that's just so, there's an energy of pureness or purefulness, if that's even a freaking word. And I kind of feel like people just look at you and they're just like, aw, like people just look at you and just like, oh my God, I'm in love with group one. I kind of feel like you're that one person in like Wattpad stories or episode stories that everyone is automatically attracted to. And it's not in the intimidating way where you're intimidating. No, you're just the ethereal being that everyone just wants, like as a friend, as a romantic partner, as everything. Like you just everyone wants you. Oh my God, I hate when my cards fall. So what is this? We have the Four of Cups. So I kind of feel like you can feel disconnected from all of this stuff, that you don't really see all of this. You don't really see that everyone appreciates you. Everyone basically kisses your feet. And I kind of feel like this goes back to your overthinking ways. I feel like you might overthink a lot. We have the Hermit, exactly. And I kind of feel like you tend to push people away, or you just do not trust people. And it's crazy because I was saying that you could, what is that called? Oh my God, the Star and the Three of Cups coming, not Three of Cups, Three of Swords. And then, okay, so the Three of Cups. So the Star, the Three of Cups, and the Three of Swords. With that being said, I kind of feel like maybe you had to heal from a heartbreak, which made you not, oh my God, which made you not trust people. And it's crazy because I was saying that how you don't really expect people to have bad intent. That is true, but there's a difference. I kind of feel like, you don't trust anyone, but then at the same time, you don't expect people to just come up to you and automatically have bad intent towards you. So I kind of feel like there is some sort of balance and a method to your madness in this. And it's crazy because the Temperance card came out and the High Priestess keeps showing, and those two cards are about balance. So I kind of feel like there's a balance and a method to all of this. You don't trust anyone, but at the same time, you're not expecting people to be bad people right off the bat, So I kind of feel like you have a 50-50, very fair type energy, and I feel like people know this about you. And with this Hermit, I kind of feel like you think that when it comes to work-wise, surprises, or whatever the case may be, whatever you feel like resonates, I feel like you're really isolated when it comes down to that. I kind of feel like with this Hermit being over this, something in your past has made you this way. I kind of feel like maybe in your past you were overly giving. I feel like you're still overly giving now, but there's adjustments. But I kind of feel like I feel like you're in the energy of not really trusting people. You kind of feel like maybe everyone's talking behind your back. Everyone's giving you these compliments, but they're actually making fun of you. Because it's like, there's just no way these people think I'm actually beautiful or handsome. There's just no way that these people actually care, stuff like that. So I kind of feel like you're in, oh my God. I think I just messed up the mic, but I kind of feel like you're in this energy of none of this is real. None of this is real. With this Seven of Cups being in the middle, I kind of feel like, and it's reverse, I kind of feel like sometimes you believe in yourself, but then in other times you're just like, no, this is not real. These people don't like me. I'm not really beautiful or handsome. There's no way that people could love me. I kind of feel like you switch sides. It's 1 minute you have all the confidence in the world and it's like, I know why people kiss my feet. And then the next side, it's like, no one could ever like me. No one is ever going to love me. I can't do this. I kind of feel like you switch back and forth, and I kind of feel like this has happened because of something in your past that caused you to be this way. Right, the Eight of Cups, this kind of reminds me of walking away from your past to go to somewhere, I wouldn't say necessarily better at the moment, but just somewhere that's going to lead you better. Every time I get the Eight of Cups, I think of walking down a path of depression and heartbreaking glass. So I kind of feel like you have a really, really influential past. It doesn't even have to be bad. It could just be something that really caused you to act the way you act now. So yeah, I kind of just feel like people know all of this about you, and I kind of feel like people understand this. Some people might not know. Some people might not know this, but then at the same time, people could realize it's like, yeah, there's a reason why Group 1 is this way. So I kind of feel like people understand you in a sense, and I feel like people perceive you as just like a princess. We have the Devil and the Nine of Wands showing. I kind of feel like you could be aggressive, like really, really aggressive. And I was kind of getting that with this Page of Cups. It's like you do too much. And what I mean by that, I mean like in everything. If you're happy, you're going to be overly happy. If you're mad, you're going to be overly mad. There is no I'm happy or I'm mad. No, it's I'm extremely happy or I'm extremely mad. There is no in between. It's pick one. It's either you're doing too much or you're not doing anything at all. So I kind of feel like you're in you're someone that does entirely too much. And I kind of feel like more so in a good way, it's when you're like, when you're doing something for a friend, you're gonna go all out. And I feel like people really appreciate this about you. But then at the same time, when you're mad, it's like you're gonna face the wrath. You're gonna face it, you know? So I kind of feel like people also know this about you. And I kind of feel like a lot of people know this, even if you don't know them, simply because people observe you. They observe you, or they hear people talk about you, not in a bad way, but actually in a good way. I'm feeling that it's in a good way. And what is this? The Three of Wands. Okay, but I'm back to what I was saying, where people talk about you a lot, and I kind of feel like it's, well, I immediately and instantly and 100% wholeheartedly feel like it's in a really good way. And even if they're not intentionally talking about you, I kind of feel like people will be like, where did you get that from? Since, you know, you're a really giving person. You're like, oh, group 1 bought it for me. I keep meaning to say group 3, so maybe you need to watch that. But, and maybe group 3 needs to watch group 1. Or maybe it's just, you just need to watch group 3. Anyways, you can be really indecisive and maybe have ADHD. Back to what I was saying, I kind of feel like everyone's like, where did you get that from? Where did you get that emoji from? Where did you start using a slang from? Where did you get this outfit from? And you'll be like, oh, group 1. And I kind of feel like a lot of people say this. It's like your name is always mentioned. That way it's like you're becoming more known. I kind of feel like everyone drools over you, is what I heard. It's one of those scenarios where the girls are jealous and the boys want you, or the girls want you and the boys are jealous. But I don't think that there is a sense of jealousy, though. That was just crazy. I'm happy for you guys, because no one wants people to be jealous of them. But it's kind of weird, because it's like, wow, people are not jealous. We have the High Priestess. And I kind of feel like no one's jealous, or no one would dare to do that, because simply because of the fact that I feel like you have a lot of people on your team, whether you realize this or not. Or just someone, you have a lot of people to defend you, or people feel like that. I feel like people can think that they're threatened. Like if they ever wanted to get on you for something, it's like, I'm going to be threatened by whatever. Now with this High Priestess being here, this has wanted to come out. I feel like you're very, very intuitive. And I kind of feel like you're very wise, but you still have a really young energy to you. And I feel like a lot of people like this about you. And with that being said, then let's finally get your oracle cards. So Spirit, how do people perceive group 1? Spirit, how do people, what is this? It is what it is. Let's get maybe 3 more or 2 more. Spirit, how do people perceive group 1? We have a burst of magic. Spirit, okay. A higher view. Your bottom deck energy is a tall tale. And then we have body and soul. Okay, so with starting off with the is what it is, I kind of feel like people, if you choose not to be someone's friend, or if you choose that you don't like someone, I kind of feel like people will be really upset about this. Like I said, simply because I feel like you have a lot of people on your team, whether you want to admit this or not, or whether you even know this. So with the is what it is card, I feel like with it also being over here with the Hermit and stuff, I kind of feel like people are just like, it is what it is. Like if I were to ever get on group 1's bad side, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I feel like you could be very forgiving, but it's at the same time, it's just never going to be the same. And I kind of feel like when it's like, it's a one shot or completely lose, or however you would word that, or however you would say that. It's like, it's either you win or you have no other chance to win. So I kind of feel like it's like, I got to make this good impression now, because if I don't, group 1 is not going to want to be my friend, and it's over with. And with your past, I kind of feel like it is what it is. Group 1 had their past. Let's go forward with it, or let's move forward from it. With a burst of magic, I feel like people really look at you as a burst of magic. And with this 3 of Wands, I don't think I've ever went through that, but I feel like you're a very productive person. You have really good ideas, and you think rapidly. You think on the fly is what I'm hearing. So with this a burst of magic, I kind of feel like people look at you as someone that is magical. I was kind of getting that energy, and it's crazy because your bottom deck energy is a tall tale. So I kind of feel like you're giving the energy off, you're giving off a Disney princess type energy, regardless if you're a male or not. It's just that ethereal vibe. Now with a higher view, with all of that being said, all of that childish fairy tale type stuff, at the same time, you're very, very smart and intellectual. And I kind of feel like people know this. I kind of feel like people look at you as if you're some sort of psychic, because at the end of the day, you always end up knowing the truth, or you always just end up winning. So, and that would make sense because I mean, you watch tarot readings and they tell the truth. So, um, yeah, there would be that. So group one, yeah, so that was your reading, group one. I hoped it helped you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, group two. Welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding how do people perceive you. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I would definitely recommend the random number generator. That's something I always use, and it always helps me. So, with all of that being said, let's get into your reading. So the first card we have is the Knight of Swords, or as you guys say, Knight of Swords. I don't know how to say Knight of Swords. I don't know. We have the Six of Pentacles. And now we're going to get more cards throughout the reading. So one thing that I'm already seeing is that you guys are very fast moving people. I kind of feel like you guys can be quick to make decisions, or it's like once you know what you want, you're going to go for it. It's like, come on, let's just go. Come on. So I kind of feel like you're like the life of the party. You're the life of the party when it comes down to your friends or whatever. You could be an extrovert or you could even be an introvert, but I'm just getting the feeling that you guys are just like, come on, let's make these moves. With the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you give energy and I feel like you give life. The one thing that I'm constantly hearing is you are the life of the party. I kind of feel like if you have an idea, you're gonna go for it, okay? Like, we're gonna go. It's crazy, but yeah, I feel like you give a lot. I feel like I'm hearing charity work. It could be even wanting to donate, stuff like that and stuff of that nature. I kind of feel like that's what you guys are into, and of course, we have great big love showing. So I kind of feel like you guys are very, 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 very empathetic. So I kind of feel like if it's time to help someone, you would immediately go towards it. But it's like, if it's almost as if it's helping you, it's like, maybe I could hold out on the money for now. But if you have to give money to someone, it's like, come on, let's just do it. Like when it comes down to giving, I feel like you're very fast with that. It's like you're not going to hesitate to give or help someone. So I kind of feel like people perceive you as a very, very caring person. I mean, very generous when it comes down to your time, effort, and help, money, all that type of stuff. So let's get some more. Okay, what is this? We have the Five of Wands, and that's all about arguments. So I kind of feel like this is standing up for what's right. It's almost as if, like, if you see someone doing wrong, you're going to stand up and you're going to say something. I'm hearing activist type vibes, yeah. And then the King of Swords showing. I'm getting activist type vibes. You're not going to sit there and be like, no. And I kind of feel like you're just not going to sit there and let someone be bullied or something. You're not gonna sit there and be like, oh, I don't know, that's not my business. You're not gonna say anything like that. You're going to help. So I kind of feel like you guys are going to stand up for what's right, and you're not gonna sit there and allow someone to be hurt or whatever. So this really goes back to giving energy and all that type of stuff. So I really feel like people take notice of that. Yeah. So I'm seeing that you're a very, very helpful person. And I feel like people know this. So when it comes down, okay, that's the Two of Wands. I was looking at this as a Six of Wands, but look, it doesn't matter. A whole bunch of people are showing in that. So I kind of feel like, yeah, you're just not going to sit there and allow someone to be taken advantage of or anything. But let's get some more cards. Spirit. Oof, what card is that? Oh my god. I hate when they fall because I gotta reach all the way down to get it. Why am I hearing candy machine and no, it's not a vending machine. It's like a plushie. Like you gotta, what is it called? It's like a claw and you get the plushies. I don't know what it's called. Look, I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Or like toys. It could be toys. But now we have the Six of Swords. I kind of feel like you're not going to hesitate to help yourself either. So maybe when it does come down to helping yourself, you're not going to sit there and just allow yourself to go down the rabbit hole. Like, no, we're going to reverse this car and go another way. I'm not going to go down a path that has a skull and X and bones, or bones, like an X. So I kind of feel like when it comes down to helping yourself and other people, you're going to immediately act on it. I feel like you're the type that does not ask for help, though. Because I am kind of getting this fiery and stubborn energy, like you're not going to ask for help. And if you have to, it's because you really, really need it. I kind of feel like you are a very resourceful person, and I feel like people take notice of that. You're going to get yourself out of a situation no matter what you have to do. If you need to get out of the situation, you're going to do it with the Six of Swords being here and the Five of Wands. Okay, what card just fell? Oof, ow, I just hit my head on the table. We love to see it. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles, and that's about teamwork, work, pooling energy to do something. So this really goes back to the helping people. So I kind of feel like you're a very, very helpful person, and people know this about you. People definitely know this about you. And I feel like this is how they look at you. Like when they see you, it's like, I know I can ask Group 2 for help. And I kind of feel like you're someone that pulls in people together. It's like, come on, let's do this. Like you, with this Five of Wands, this is about arguments, but this could also mean that you are the medium in an argument. And all of this is crooked, and I'm going to cry. Let me just fix this really quickly. You are the medium. You can be a medium, or look, you guys can maybe even get into arguments. And if you guys do, I feel like it's because you're not going to just sit there and let people tell you whatever they got to tell you. It's like, no, I'm smart enough to know that what you're saying right now is accurate. Like, you can't game me. So I kind of feel like that's another thing. And I feel like this forces people to respect you. This definitely forces people to respect you. So, not that alarm going off. But, yeah, I kind of feel like you stand up for yourself. You could be an introvert, but I feel like you're just not going to allow people to bother you and try to take advantage of you. Like, no. And this could cause you to get into arguments because you're like, no, I'm not going to allow you to sit there and do this to me. I'm getting, oh my God. I'm not trying to sit here and like say whatever, but I feel like you guys can be manipulative. I'm not saying you are a manipulative person. I just feel like you have a way with words. And if you need to get yourself out of a problem, you're going to do it. And I'm liking the energy because I don't think you guys are bad people. It's just you're going to use it when it's necessary. Like, the boss and stuff. So I'm liking this energy. So, okay, we have what is this? The Three of Cups and the Six of Wands. That's all about an extrovertedness. So I kind of feel like maybe you could, yeah, I feel like and this is next to the Three of Pentacles. So I kind of feel like maybe you have a lot of people behind you, or you could just make that happen for you. You could be known as someone that just surrounds themselves with joy. And I feel like you might know a lot of people. It's either you're friends with these people, you're popular, whatever the case. I just feel like a lot of people know you. Or you don't know a lot of people, but a lot of people know you at the end of the day. And I kind of feel like they know you in a good light. Or they know you for standing your ground. Whether this be, okay, and then we have the Sun showing, and then the King of Swords under it. So it's either they know you for be this positive, sunshine, beautiful person, or they know you in a light where I have to respect Group 2. Either way, it's a good light, because I do feel like these people have a lot of respect for you. So let's get some more. I'm hearing not being fast. So, Spirit, how do people perceive Group 2? Spirit, how do people perceive Group 2? We have the Knight of Cups, and that's about romance, an invitation. So, one thing, and this Sun's showing again. So, people know you in a good light, okay? So, it's either people know you as attracting a lot of romance in your life, or they know you for having a lot of romantic partners. Or it's, I know them because I'm hearing someone's territory. So maybe someone that's known that maybe you were trying to move on from, maybe you work with them. is like, group 2 is mine, no one touches group 2, and then this is how people know you. And this person could be known, that's why they know you. Or this could be people know you for everyone having a crush on you. So I kind of feel like people know you through other people is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing connections as well, because the 6 of Pentacles kind of gives me that energy, having connections. I'm hearing burning bridges. But let's get some more. Spirit, okay, what is this? Okay, the Hermit wants to come out. I kind of feel like these arguments and fights is the reason why you could be alone, or maybe you don't even trust people. You're just like, no, I'm good. I don't really want to be friends. And I kind of feel like this energy is what gets the attention on you, because you stand out by, it's kind of like, let's say you're in a party and it's all white and it's bright. The white is bright. And you're wearing all black. The black is like you're in the shadows and all that type of stuff. But since everyone's wearing all white and you're the only one wearing black, it's like you stand out by trying not to stand out. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like people also know you as being very, very humble with this 5. I was about to say 5 of Hermits. What? 5 of Hermits? That makes no sense. But with the Hermit being over the 5 of Wands, I kind of feel like you can get into an argument with someone and bro, I feel like you can say a lot of hurtful stuff, but you don't do that. So if you've given people things and you get into an argument with someone, I don't think you're the type to be like, but I bought you this. And I feel like people take notice of that and they appreciate that. And I feel like that's why it's coming off as you're someone that's very, very humble and very respectable. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Yes, that's crazy. The 7 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like you come off as a hard worker, but I kind of feel like this could be a bit of a secret because that moon did show. And this is next to the Hermit. What is this? We have the 10 of Cups. You're a very joyous type person. And I kind of feel like people appreciate this about you a lot. And then we have the Chariot. Constant movement. You don't just stay stagnant. You're always doing something is what I'm hearing. Even if people don't know of this. And then we have the 4 of Swords. And that's about rest and being like, you know, rejuvenated and that type of stuff. Is that the Lovers? Yeah, the Lovers show. So yeah, you could be known by who likes you, who you're in a connection with. You know, stuff like that, because I do feel like there's a strong sense of someone saying that group 2 is mine. What card is this? I feel like this is the Chariot. Is it? No, it's Temperance. Yeah, someone that's very patient. And then the 2 of Cups was wanting to come out. So yeah, I feel like you're known for this as well. Someone very known being like, group 2 is mine. No one can touch group 2. And then I just feel like you're just someone that doesn't stay stagnant. No matter if you're stagnant with this I almost said Hierophant, but the Temperance. The Temperance for me is about being on a path, being on a journey, being patient. Not stagnant, but not necessarily moving that fast. And then we do have the Knight of Swords. That's a fast moving card. So I kind of feel like, yeah, you are someone that's constantly evolving, constantly moving. You're not just going to sit there and just stay stagnant. Like, you're not going to do that. But let's get some more. So Spirit, what do people put? Okay, we have great and full. Bro, I heard something, I'm not gonna say it. Maybe you guys could just have nice curves or whatever. But let's get some more cards and then we'll explain. So Spirit, okay, Spirit. Okay, so Spirit, how do people perceive group 2? Spirit, how do people perceive group 2? What is this? Willing release. That 6 of Swords is there. So if you have to let go of someone, you're going to let go of them. Like, so this can come in when it comes down to that, having a lot of romantic partners, because it's like if they're not acting right, it's like goodbye. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tolerate you. Like, goodbye. And I kind of feel like that's that respectable energy that I'm getting for you guys. I feel like a lot of people respect you. They might not even have to like you, but they certainly respect you. Or maybe just being so beautiful and handsome and not showing it off. Like, I'm getting a sense of being humble, very, very humble. We have ears wide open. So I kind of feel like, yeah, you're very, very smart and perceptive. And I feel like people respect that about you. We have seeing beyond. And then we have a burst of magic that wanted to come out for sure, because it flashed before and it never came out, but now it's here. So yeah, and then we have a powerful move. You are someone that's very respected. Let me tell you that right now. And you don't even have to be liked, but let me tell you right now, you're very respected. I kind of feel like people are like, group 2 is extremely smart. Group 2, like, you can't lie to group 2. Group 2 is always going to know the truth. always gonna know. And you're a very great listener. So maybe if people rant to you, then there's that. But you're a great listener, and nothing goes past you. And even if it goes past you now, it's going to come back and resurface, and you're just gonna be like, I knew what you did. And people are just like, how? You know? So seeing beyond and great and full, that 10 of Cups energy, I feel like people look at you as if you're perfect and a burst of magic. And I kind of feel like a willing release is kind of like, Group 2 is the type that is gonna come in your life and then leave. Depending on who you are, they're not gonna stay. But at the same time, they do stay. It doesn't have to be physically, but in your mind, you're always gonna be like, or someone's always gonna be like, I remember I met Group 2 before, or I met someone like Group 2. Like, you're always going to be in people's minds. You're not someone that's gonna be easy to forget. And I feel like you do make really big and powerful moves. And with this Knight of Swords, you could be a bit impulsive. But I kind of feel like it just adds to your character in a sense. I feel like people look at you as if you're like, Group 2 is a character, you know? So, yeah. So I kind of feel like people are just like, yeah, I respect Group 2 for real. I'm going to get one more Spirit, because like we have a lot of time still. It's only on 15 or 16 minutes. So Spirit, how do people perceive Group 2? Just one more card. Spirit, okay, 2 wanted to come out. Okay, a tall tale and bearing fruit. You're very beautiful. I feel like, yeah, that's just more of the same message. And then an oracle's gift. Exactly, you see beyond. You see beyond, and then endless possibilities. Like, people just look at you as if you're magic. You're freaking magic. You're too perfect to be true. Or yeah, like ethereal type vibes. So I kind of feel like people are just like, wow, they just look at you in awe, and it's like, dang, I have no choice to respect Group 2. You see what Group 2 is doing out here at the age that they're at or whatever. So yeah, Group 2, that is your reading. I hope it helped you, and I will see you in the next one. Hello Group 3, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding how do people perceive you. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates for you at all, I would definitely pick a different pile. If you have trouble picking piles, I would definitely recommend the random number generator. That's something that I always use, and it always helps me. So with that being said, let's get into your reading. So first card, Knight of Cups. I can already tell this is going to be my favorite group. I can already tell. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles. So Group 2, did I say Group 2? I meant to say Group 3. Anyways, Group 3, you are perceived as such a flirty person. I feel like, and it's not even because maybe you're purposefully doing that. Maybe you're not doing that. But I feel like it's because you're very friendly, and I kind of feel like this leads people to be like, oh my God, I need to be Group 3's friend. Like, I feel like you're very inviting, not in a bad way, but just welcoming. And it makes people feel safe and want to be, oh my God, I did not mean to do that. It makes people want to be in your embrace. So I kind of feel like you're someone that attracts a lot of attention, and you're known as, Group 3 is the girl of my dreams or the guy of my dreams. I kind of feel like that is what you're looked upon as. Oh, not me falling back in the chair. I literally fell back. Oh my God. Like, this reading is so clumsy. So you know what? Exactly. Like, people look at you and like, I feel so comfortable with Group 3. I feel so comfortable. I feel like you have a really playful energy towards you, which could come off as flirting. I'm hearing very playful, flirtatious vibes, but not like in a bad way, like you're leading someone on or anything. It's just that you're very, I'm hearing caring person, but like you're just very welcoming. Like, I'm hearing people are infatuated with your energy, maybe even your laugh. And I kind of feel like people are just like, I can see myself with Group 3 with this 10 of Pentacles, like long term. I can definitely like, yeah, let me tell you, people look at you and like, they look at you as if they can marry you. They look at you as if they could marry you. Like, it's crazy. People want to build something with you. People want to invite you places. They want a romantic connection, or they just want to be close to you. It's crazy. Yeah, this devil energy. Okay. And then we have the sun. I kind of feel like it's a bad thing, like in a way, because I feel like you make people obsessed with you. And it's like, I need to talk to Group 3. Like, if I don't, like, oh my God, I need to take my pills. You know, like I need my medicine. Like where I need, like I can't. Like they're obsessed, literally. So I kind of feel like like it's not really a good thing, but the sun is a good card. So I kind of just feel like people get drunk off of your happiness and your energy. Like you're just like that. So I kind of feel like this leads them to be very possessive and obsessive over you. So in a way, it's not really a good thing. But then it's like you're like, and then we have the Seven of Cups, fantasies and illusions. You make people crazy over you guys. I knew I was going to love this pile. So Spirit, how do people perceive group 3? I'm hearing Harley Quinn. H2O or 2.0. Okay, that wouldn't come out. We have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you work for your stuff. You're someone I am hearing a workaholic, or you're just someone that wants their own. They're not going to ask anybody for anything. And I feel like that just makes you even more lovable, because it's like, oh, group 3 doesn't want anything from me. Group 3 has their own stuff. So I kind of feel like the more people talk to you, the more they're just like, oh my God. Oh my God. I can see a future with group 3. Like, wow. So I kind of feel like it's crazy. So yeah, you just have a healing energy. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So your energy is just freaking amazing, group 3. You want to be friends, group 3? Like, okay, we love to see it. We love to see it. So like, okay. So starting off with this, well, not starting off because we were already into this reading, but going to the Page of Pentacles, you know, that's just more. I feel like people they're like, I wish group 3 would give me a chance. They would give me an opportunity. So I kind of feel like, yeah. And then we have the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Swords. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm really not going to sit here and lie. But I kind of feel like people sometimes people are just like, I'm just going to be with group 3 to get what I want. But then they actually end up falling for you, and they don't like this. It's like they actually meet you. So maybe you could be a very, 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 very beautiful or handsome person, or someone that just has a lot of money. And then it's like when they see you, it's like they actually fall in love, because it's like, wow, group 3 is an actually really good person. What card is this? We have the Two of Cups. Yep. Unity. People want stuff with you. So Spirit, how do people perceive group 3? A very welcoming person. We have the Tower. So I kind of feel like with this Tower, I kind of feel like this is going to the fact that people recognize that you're human just like them. There's some times or some days where you're off it and you have an attitude with people. You just don't want to hear nothing. I feel like it's, with this Tower, I kind of feel like it's the bear skin. It's like, you are human just like everyone else. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, what's under this? The Four of Pentacles, yeah, having to be stingy with your money. Like, there's some times where you actually have fallouts. It's like, you're not just this perfect human being. So I kind of feel like people also respect that and like that about you as well. And you're able to show it. It's like, no, I'm not perfect. Yes, sometimes I have emotional, I'm emotionally not stable. Like, you're not going to sit there and lie about it. And I feel like people like this about you. Spirit. How do people perceive group 3? What card is that? Two of Cups coming out again. You see, people like, I feel like when you show them your bare skin, I keep saying that, so that you could take that literally, but when you just show them the ugly face that everyone has, because everyone has a beautiful and an ugly face. So when you show them this, I kind of feel like it makes them like you more. Like, I feel like this is when it's like, yeah, I really need to connect with group 3, because no, they don't just sit there and act like they're perfect. They show that side of them too. Their ugly head rears up too. And I kind of, like, what? So I kind of feel like people appreciate, I hate this. Like, what's going on? And then we have the Nine of Cups too. Oh my God. Like, okay, we have the Four of Swords being here. You're the source of happiness for a lot of people. Like, it's crazy. You are the source of a lot of people's happiness. And with this Four of Swords being here and like being in the middle and then reversed, I kind of feel like another thing is that people notice about you. is that you burn yourself out. You burn yourself out trying to help yourself or help other people. Like you work too much. I feel like people, and then with this tower, it's just like all of it ends up clashing at one point. It's like I feel like maybe you are the type to keep a lot of stuff in. Is this the Four of Swords? No, it's the Four of Cups. Oh my God. Girl, get it together. So maybe that is also true. And I kind of feel like that is true with the you being a workaholic. But you maybe holding a lot of stuff in up to the point where all of this is just I released at once. So now going to what it actually is the Four of Cups. I kind of feel like maybe there's a sense of pretty privilege, or just a privilege that you might have and you might take that for granted, is kind of what I'm hearing. Or maybe you just get bored quickly, which would make sense with having a lot of romantic partners. You're someone that requires a lot, but not in a bad way, because everyone should have good standards or high standards if they're willing to give that back in return, you know? So I kind of feel like people look at this as well and just like, dang, I can't really, I can't, like, if this is just not going to be what I want, like, dang, So I feel like a lot of people are not going to be able to relate with you on certain levels. I kind of feel like just for a surface level, it's like, yeah, I'm friends with everyone. Yeah, everyone likes me. Or just on the surface level. When you really start talking that inner knowledge, what you feel, then it's just like, not anybody and everyone can connect to you on that level. So I kind of feel like this goes back to you having a lot of friendships or romantic partners, or just failed relationships, or with people. And I kind of feel like it's crazy. I'm getting that sense of you can't handle me, you can't handle me. And I kind of I feel like it goes back to your knowledge, your inner strength. It's like people want you or they want to date you, but when you actually sit down and have a real conversation, they can't even tell you what they feel, because they don't even know what you're talking about, because they don't understand certain concepts. And I kind of feel like you're just like, yep, again, another person that doesn't know anything. And I kind of feel like a lot of people know this about you, but still choose to take that chance and then end up failing. So Spirit, let's get one more card. Spirit, how do people perceive group 3? 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 Oh my God. Not the card falling on my freaking leg. What card is this? It's the Six of Cups. Yep. Soulmate energy. Feel like people handing the Emperor being here. Five of Wands. What's under this? The Ace of Wands. I feel like people look at you as a joyous person, but then at the same time, it's like, it's that Emperor energy. I'm sitting in my power. I know my worth. So I'm just not going to let everyone and anybody into my energetic field. And people respect this about you, but then it's also like, dang, And then with the Six of Cups, people look at you as someone that is capable of making them happy. I feel like you make a lot of people happy, and people make a lot of great memories with you. To you, let's say if it's a phone call. To you, it's a phone call, but to them, it was the best, however, let's just say 10 minutes of their life. So I kind of feel like people look at you as a muse. I really wouldn't be surprised if Call of the Muse came out, or any magic card, because I feel like you make people very, very happy. So Spirit, how do people perceive group 4? Okay. We have a grand symphony. Maybe there's something about your voice. I think I said this in your reading. There's maybe something about your laugh that I feel like people really appreciate. They appreciate I'm hearing feminine energy, but just the childish like energy that you have. It's like, yes, you have a very serious side to you, but then you have a really goofy side as well. And I feel like people appreciate this about you, and they love that about. What did I say? Call of the Muse. See, that's so crazy. I just looked and it was there. So yeah, I feel like people look at you as if it's just this amazing person. So we have a grand symphony. Like I was saying, maybe there's something about your laugh, your voice, the way you talk. your singing. I just feel like your voice is just really beautiful to people. Let's get a few more cards. Spirit, how do people perceive group 3? 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 Oof, oh my God, wish upon a star. So I guess I'm just gonna pull that one out only, but let it go. There's this song called Let It Go. Let it go, let it go. Yeah, so I kind of feel like the wish upon a star is kind of like you're a wish come true to people. Like literally, I'm getting that energy. You're just like that person that everyone wants, everyone craves, everyone just like, oh my God, I wish I could just sit down and talk with group 3. Like they're sort of articulate. It's like everyone wants to do that, but when it's actually time to do it, it's like, dang, I really can't comprehend anything they're saying. So spirit, okay. So we have a higher view. You have a higher view of situations. The way you think is beyond, it's superior. So I kind of feel like people are just like, wow. But let's get some more. Spirit. Let's get a few more cards. Wait, did I just mess this up? Yes. Okay, and it was kind of like one flip side. So I feel like maybe people are just thinking like there is a devilish side to group 3 as well. And I feel like, yeah, that with everybody, there's an evil and a good side. So I kind of feel like as good as you can be is just as evil as you can be as well. So let's get one more card. Spirit, how do people perceive group 3? What is that? A merry motive. Oh my God, what card is that? We have a merry motive. Let me just pick up the other one. We have in the Oracle's gift, like you're a gift, like people are dying for you, okay? We have earth magic, feeling the world, and roots of abundance. So I just feel like people appreciate your existence, like they definitely do. And I feel like people perceive you as someone that also appreciates existence as well in your existence. So that's a really good thing to hear, honestly. And I just think that yeah, people just look at you as like, wow, group 3 is just amazing. But I'm hearing group 4, so maybe you need to watch that. But yeah, group 3, that was your reading. I hope it helped you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello group 4, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding how do people perceive you. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I would definitely pick a different pile, and if you have trouble picking piles, I will recommend the random number generator. And with that being said, let's just get into it. So your first card is the World. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. What is under that? Is that the Two of Wands? Okay. So I feel like people look at you as the key to greatness. They look at you and just like, I know I can get places if I were surrounded by group 4. And I feel like this is because you have a really good mentality. You have a good mentality. Not me repeating the same thing twice. But I feel like people look at you and they can just tell. It's like, I know group 4 is going places, and group 4 is big on loyalty, so I know group 4 would let me go. They will take me with them. So I'm not necessarily hearing that people will leech off of you. I mean, you could attract leeches, but I'm also just seeing like the pure intent of this. And the pure intent of this is people looking at you as if you're someone very loyal and someone very resourceful, and someone that just that wants success, that wants a lot of success for themselves. You strive. We have strength. Yeah, I feel like you're a very, very strong person, and people admire you. They respect and admire you. What card is this? We have the King. Yep, the King of Swords. I don't feel like you really be on that goofy type stuff. It's no, I want to be successful and I'm going to work for it. And I kind of feel like people are just like, I know group 4 would take me with them. And I'm not seeing that this is necessarily in a, okay, I'm not even going to lie to you and say this is not in a selfish way. But I just kind of feel, like people view you as someone that's very much, what is that word? I cannot get the word. I did this last time. I was trying to figure the word. What is that word? Very ambitious. You're very ambitious. And I kind of feel like people look at you and like, I know group 4 is on their way to stardom. I know group 4 is on their way to fulfillment, peace, success, abundance. They know this. Everyone knows this. It's like, it's the type, yeah, it's the type to be like, Group 4 is going places. It's that energy. And I kind of feel like they believe in this so much that they're going to make sure that they don't burn their bridge with you. Because it's like burning the bridge to heaven. Like, why would you be stupid enough to do that? Like, that's the only bridge to get to heaven. And then, of course, we have the chariot, as I was saying this. So I kind of feel like people understand what you bring to the table. Everyone understands this, and I kind of feel like it's either because one of your closest friends told them this, or they just can tell by your energy. I'm getting both. I'm hearing an inside job, like a mole. I think that's what it's called. So I'm kind of getting the fact that your friends brag about this, or just someone that you talked to told people that Group 4 was always here for me. Or even if they didn't say that, they could have just said what you did for them, and that translated into, you know, Group 4 is a ride or die, and everyone knows it. Like, they're not stupid enough to believe what this person said. So this person could have said, oh, Group 4 wasn't there, but then proceeded to tell them everything they did, everything you did for them. So with this Two of Cups, I feel like, yeah, people, secret agendas, like, this is not really the best news to get, but I mean, it's pretty obvious, especially when you know your own worth. If you know you're worth a diamond or a gem, obviously everyone wants their hands on you. So I feel like obviously that's not really bad news that people might have hidden agendas, because not everyone gets a diamond just to take care of it. They get it to sell it and get money, you know? So I kind of feel like with you guys, a lot of people want to connect with you because they feel like you're very welcoming. You have this really serious side to you at the same time. Put it in. But, like, you put in the work is what I heard. Like, put it in. You put in the work. Like, you definitely put in the work. For whatever the status is, you put in the work for it. Like, you continuously showed up to the scene with this world and the strength. You showed up. You made it known that, yep, I know my worth, and yep, I'm this person. Yes, I'm loyal, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. So what is this? Ooh, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Yep, you work for your stuff. And I feel like people respect you, and they just like, I like, if you were in a relationship, I can hear someone saying, wow, I wish I had someone like Group 4. Because I feel like a lot of people look at you like this. And if you have a friendship, they're like, I wish Group 4 was my best friend instead of them. Like, I feel like it's always, I wish Group 4 something. And it's usually because, what is this? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So I feel like maybe you could be really good financially, or you're just making moves to become financially stable. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So I kind of feel like I'm hearing tables being turned. So I'm just literally getting the energy that people understand the value and what you bring to the table. And I feel like people appreciate this about you. Let's get some more cards. Spirit, how do people perceive Group 4? I'm hearing as a materialistic person, but not because, oh, I like money, I'm a gold digger or whatever. No, I feel like this is because you value money, and not in a devilish, you know, bad way. I just hear that you want the best for yourself. You want the best for yourself. And then we have the Star. That's all about hope and healing and all that type of stuff. So with the Eight of Swords showing, I kind of feel like this goes to your human side. It's like, it's all about respect and how much people like you. But I kind of feel like you can overthink, and people know this. And I kind of feel like this creates you to be a perfectionist. You want everything perfect, or it just comes out that way. Oh my God. It comes out that way because you want everything in order. So what is this? We have the Knight of Wands. I feel like you're a very ambitious person. And every time I see this, it's like a rabid animal. We have the Knight of Cups. I knew that card was going to eventually show its head. People want a lot of, a lot of people want romantic relationships with you. So, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory and obvious, because, like, you seem like the ideal partner. Especially business partner. But I kind of feel like it's like there's a balance. Like, you're very nurturing, but then at the same time, you're like, get up, you got to go to work. You're going to go to work because you need this for you, you know? But you can be very nurturing at the same time. But I kind of feel like you radiate a bit more masculine energy than anything. We also have the Ten of Swords. So I kind of feel like this is, and then the Lovers, like I said, exactly. It's like you're a match made in heaven. You're someone that a lot of people want. And then the Six of Pentacles. People are just like, I would give my soul for you. Oh my God. Exactly. I broke the deck, and the Ace of Cups with the Lovers came out. So you could be known for another way you're known is that someone known likes you, and they're just like, Group 4 is mine, back off. Or you're just known, it's just like I know group 4 would be a really great partner because it's a drought on loyalty and all that type of stuff in this generation. So I kind of feel like people look at you and just like, wow, we need more people like group 4, you know? So this causes a lot of people to like you in this way. Like, I can't believe we have the Lovers and the Ace of Cups while we were talking about the Knight of Cups showing. Like, that's crazy. That's all about romance. Those are the three most romantic cards: the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Lovers. So it's crazy how that comes out. And so, yeah, I feel like a lot of people feel for you, but I also feel like people want to nurture you as well because they know you're going through your own stuff. They know it's just not Little Miss Perfect or Little Mr. Perfect or whatever. You know, like, they know that there's something going on behind the scenes because, one, why are you working so hard at this age? Or just, why are you working so hard in general? There's a bit of a disconnect with you. Maybe you don't trust romantic people, like people that are coming to you with a smile on their face or offering you something romantic. You don't trust that. And I feel like with this therapist type photo, like, you kind of disconnect from that aspect. So I kind of feel like people understand this about you. We have the 10 of Cups being here as well. And then the 4 of Wands. And then the 3 of Swords. You see, exactly. There is a heartbreak to you. There is heartache as well. It's like they know you're not just this nice or cold because you just want to be. They know it's for a reason. And I feel like you have a lot of responsibilities and people know this and understand this about you. So let's just get one more card and then we're going to get into your oracle cards. Spirit, how do people perceive group 4? Spirit, how do people perceive group 4? We have the 4 of Wands showing as well. Oh my God, all of these showing again. Yeah, so people perceive you as wanting something stable because your heart has been broke before. And you knowing that you're deserving of a healthy relationship. And I feel like that's another reason why you won't get into anything and everything with anybody. Because it's like, you don't see, because of this 7 of Swords, it's like not everyone has good intentions and you know this. So you're not going to just sit there and have everyone have access to you. Like, no. You know, so I kind of feel like you understand this. And then the Ace of Cups showing again. Yeah. So that card wanted to come out and I'm not picking it up. I'm not picking it up. It's going to have to stay down there unless someone decides to pick it up for me. Okay, what is this? The King of Cups. Emotions. I feel like you have your emotions in balance, or you just don't show it that much. Only a few people have access to that. But let's get some oracle cards. So Spirit, how do people perceive group 4? Spirit, how do people perceive group 4? Spirit, how do people perceive group 4? Spirit, how do people perceive? We have feeling the world. You're very nurturing. Okay, earth magic. Mother Nature is what I'm getting. Like, you're very compassionate. So there is a compassionate side to you. There is a down-to-earth side to you. And I feel like people pick up on that. And then Wish Upon a Star being in the middle. Like, yes, you're everything someone wanted in a person. Everything. You nurture people. You're very down to earth. You're honest. You're genuine. And I feel like people love this about you. This is what I'm saying with this Wish Upon a Star. You're someone that everyone wants. Everyone wants to be around you. We have Healing the Heart as your bottom deck energy. I'm going to take this out because I just feel like it needs to be out. And then we have a Higher View. I feel like that came out for all piles. We have Great Big Love. And I'm going to pull out Time Machine. So I kind of feel like maybe you weren't like this in your past. And if that's not the case, then this obviously that doesn't resonate. But I kind of feel like there's this motherly energy towards you, even if you are a male. And of course, as soon as I said that, tender embrace, that motherly earth goddess, you know, type vibe, Mother Earth, connecting to trees and stuff. Like, yeah, there's definitely this energy towards you. And I feel like people, maybe for some of you guys, it's like you had to heal your heart because of a past heartache or heartbreak. So it's kind of, it's like people have to do a lot to get this out of you. Or maybe you're overly loving towards people because you don't want people to leave you. And I kind of feel like there's a flake in it. Like, there's an imbalance. It's like at one point it's like you're super loving and the next you're cold and you're like you shut down or whatever, because I feel like you just don't want to be taken for granted, because you know you can bring a lot to the table and you know you're going to go all out for whoever you got to go all out for. And I feel like this causes people, or causes you to be like, I gotta repel people, or I just can't open up too easily. I can't trust anybody and everyone, because not everyone has good intentions with the 7 of Swords. And then the Tower is under this. So people will ruin me. Like, I can't let anybody do that. You can have a high status or you work for your reputation, so it's like you don't want to get close to anybody, tell them a secret, and then your reputation is ruined. I kind of feel like you care about this a lot, and if you don't, then that doesn't resonate. But I kind of feel like you just don't want anybody to dislike you. I'm kind of getting. So yeah, group 4. That was your reading. This was a really, really short one. I think I'm gonna get this one more card for you guys because that is entirely too short. Spirit, how do people perceive group 4? Let's get one more card. We have exposed and revealed. So I kind of feel like maybe you kind of got exposed for whatever, or you just, okay, and then uncharting sea is here as well as ears wide open. So one thing that I'm hearing is that you're someone that pays attention. You're very, 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 very smart. And I kind of feel like you pay attention to what people think and feel about you. You look for, did I just mess up this camera? I feel like I just did. Did I? I feel like I just did. But I feel like, guys, I'm getting the energy that you pay very close attention to who likes you and who doesn't. You pay attention to the signs. So I'm kind of getting the feeling that it's like, oh, group, this person is acting a funny way towards me, so I could assume they don't like me because of X, Y, and Z. And usually I feel like you guys are right. You're very smart when it comes down to this, but I'm kind of seeing that people think that there's another side to you. There's so many levels to you. Like, you're very smart and genuine, and I kind of feel like people want to just explore what this is, because it's like you kind of give off a mysterious vibe at the same time. But now, that being said, group 4, that was your reading. I hope it helped you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.